Good morning, it's Steve O'Hare, and today is Tuesday, the 19th of October. And we're going to take a look at cryptocurrencies this morning, looking at Bitcoin first, then drilling down into Ethereum, Ripple, and Cardano. So let's take a look at the longer term timeframes and then break it down to shorter term to try and get some decent technical levels to watch. Now, over the last week, we've seen we've seen Bitcoin storm towards the all-time highs. Remember, 64,895, so just under 65,000, the all-time high. And we've seen three really positive weeks, starting with this bullish engulfing the week of 27th of September, followed by taking out the previous swing high from a few weeks earlier at 53,000 and extending higher through the 78.6% fib retracement. We have run into previous resistance. Obviously, this band of resistance will offer resistance all the way up to the all-time high. So let's take a look at the daily to see what sort of price action we're getting on the daily chart, which will give us a good indication as to where we are through the momentum phase. So if you look at the last 3 days of price action, it shows signs of stalling. These are hanging man candles. This is where price action has moved lower quite aggressively, but buyers have been able to maintain the upward momentum. But if we look at the MACD, that is stalling. So we're getting some bearish divergence between price moving higher and momentum moving lower. We are in overbought territory. Another sign that there is a potential for a correction. It's not a sign to just sell the market blindly. It's a sign that there is a potential correction coming. So looking at the 4-hour chart, we're clearly above the Ichimoku cloud. So the trend on the shorter term time frame is still higher. Now, from again, we're getting a bearish momentum or bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. So that's the one that will give us an earlier indication than the daily chart. On the hourly chart, even looking at these levels, we are showing signs of stalling, sideways price action. We've seen the prices dip below the cloud, but have maintained the momentum slightly above it, corrected to neutral levels on the RSI. So, and that again, potential for a slight move to the upside. My own take on this is that the all-time high will be challenged. We will get a move towards that 65,000 level and potentially break it. There should be some follow-through buying on there, but I don't think, for me, the momentum is strong enough to see a sustained move above the all-time highs. So I think we could get the flush out above there, and then we'll see the correction lower. It's just a natural thing which happens in markets. I'm not saying it's not going to go much higher over the coming weeks. I'm just saying that this could be a little bit of a tricky phase to trade. On Ethereum on the weekly chart, we've broken above this downward trending resistance line, but only temporarily. Spent a little time above it. On the weekly basis, we are still below it. So stalling around 37,830. On the daily chart, we had this short-term downward trending resistance level, which we broke above, retested, and we're above the Ichimoku cloud. So positive again. But as you see from the MACD, we're still getting this bearish divergence. So signs of topping out. We got a shooting star candle in line with the previous resistance. So that's negative. Again, potential for a break higher. The all-time high in Ethereum comes in at just below 4,400. So still a little bit of a way to go on the upside for there, but signs of stalling. Taking a look at Ripple, we've got this downward trending resistance from the all-time highs, and that comes that comes in at around about 125. Again, that's also a resistance level from a Fibonacci perspective. There's a 50% fib retracement level from the swing high to the swing low. There's the 50% marker. So that has not been quite as aggressive as Bitcoin and Ethereum in this move higher, and also shows signs of topping up. Momentum has crossed over the MACD, we can see has crossed over and even stalled into bearish momentum. So not looking so rosy For Ripple, Cardano, we saw that break to its all-time highs in September while everything was sitting about enjoying itself, and that's still below the Ichimoku cloud. So again, signs on the other coins that there is a good chance of a correction lower. So bear that in mind, and good luck with trading this week, and we'll catch up again next week.